Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So, Aquarius, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and are moving forward. So, with all that being said, Aquarius, let's get started. How does Aquarius currently view this relationship? All right, Aquarius, so we do have the Hermit out here. We do have the Five of Pentacles, and then we also have the Six of Cups. So, Aquarius, in regards to how you're currently viewing this relationship, this to me kind of feels like phases that you're kind of going through within your relationship with this person that you currently find yourself connecting with. So just kind of keep that in mind. But with the Hermit to the Five of Pentacles coming out here, it just kind of looks like things have been a little toxic, possibly even, chaotic and unstable between you and whoever it is that, you currently find yourself connecting with. However, I do see things like eventually getting better between you and this person. With the Five of Pentacles to the Hermit, there could be currently at the moment a lack of communication between you and this person happening. There could be a lot of distance right now between you and this person. I'm also getting to, like an energy of you essentially feeling like this dynamic between the two of you is just simply coming to an end. And it's just due to like the things that you've been going through with this person in particular. I don't necessarily feel like this relationship is coming to an end, especially because we do have the Six of Cups out here. Nor do I feel like, your relationship with this person is going to forever be this way, where there's so much distance right now. There's a lack of communication right now. There could be a whole lot of not seeing eye to eye right now, but I'm not getting that this relationship is coming to an end, nor am I getting that this is going to forever be this way, between you and this person. I do feel like over time, things will eventually get better between you and this person. Like things will go back to the way it used to be between the two of you, when the two of you were essentially seeing eye to eye, getting along, things of that nature. So if you're at this phase right now where you feel like, oh, it's just not working out between me and this person, or this must mean that this relationship, has run its course, things of that nature, don't worry, because I am definitely getting that things will eventually get better between you and this person. Now let's look at this person. How does this person currently view this relationship? Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords, we have the Knight of Cups, and then we also have the King of Pentacles. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Devil, and then we also have the World. So let's talk in regards to how they're currently viewing this relationship with you. If it's one thing that I will say is that you guys definitely find yourselves in the exact same boat when it comes down to the both of you essentially feeling like, okay, maybe this relationship has essentially, run its course here. And it is due to the amount of problems the two of you have been having with one another, the fights, the arguments, the disagreements, things of that nature. But with the World coming out here, that's kind of telling me that things are about to change, ultimately for the better between you and this person. Now, with the Nine of Swords coming out here to the Knight of Cups to the King of Pentacles, due to the state that this relationship is currently in, which is not a good state at that, it does have this person very worried and very concerned that this dynamic between the two of you might be closing out, which is something that this person doesn't necessarily want to happen. So we do kind of see this person making it like a priority to gravitate towards you, try to have a conversation with you, try to fix or repair things here with you, things of that nature. Now, Aquarius, when we look at you and your energy, we don't really see you making any sort of like attempt in their direction. And it could be because a lot of you feel like you've done everything that you possibly could to try to like talk to this person, work things out with this person, things of that nature. So a lot of you might feel like you've already exhausted all of your options, right, when it comes down to improving things between you and this person. And I feel like that's kind of like the primary reason why we don't really see you gravitating towards them. It's not because you don't care about this person, your relationship with them anymore. I just think that you've probably exhausted all of your options to the point where you feel like there's nothing else that you can do, or there's nothing more that you should say to this person that you haven't said already. You see what I mean? So we do see this person, making it, a priority to gravitate towards you, have a conversation with you, try to fix and repair things here with you, things of that nature. And I think that this is what's going to prompt this entire situation to essentially get better between you and them, because it kind of looks like, because you guys were going through a very toxic and unhealthy period within your relationship with one another. It has definitely created, you know, stagnancy, you know, standstill energy, but that's about to drastically change. It's basically what I'm getting. All right, let's look at you. How does Aquarius feel? All right, Aquarius. See, things are looking better between you and this person. Once this person, you know, gravitates towards you and tries to have a conversation with you and fix and repair things here with you, you know, you're going to start to find yourself feeling 10 times better. I am definitely getting that because due to the tension, the conflict you were experiencing with this person, it was definitely messing with you, you know, energetically speaking. But we do see, energetically speaking, things drastically improving here on your behalf. It's like you go from, you know, feeling extremely down to extremely happy all of a sudden. And it is because this person is, you know, gravitating towards you, trying to fix or repair things here, you know, with you, things of that nature. So it's instantly, you know, creating this complete 180 within you. Now, this 180 that we're seeing here within you is definitely a positive 180 that we're essentially seeing here, you know, within you. It's like you go from, it's just not going to work out, to like, on second thought, I think it might just work out. You go from, I'm extremely unhappy with this person, to on second thought, you know what, I couldn't even picture my life without them. Like, it has that type of feel to it. So just look at this as like a double confirmation that things will essentially get better between you and this person. You're not going to forever find yourself feeling this way, Aquarius, within your relationship with this person. Things will get better. How does this person currently feel? All right, nice. So we do have the Ace of Swords. We have the Ace of Swords, so the Six of Wands, and then we also have the Hierophant out here. Now that things are back to normal, I would say, between you and this person, where you guys are, you know, getting along, you guys are not fighting, arguing, things of that nature, it's instantly drastically improving your energy as well as their energy as well. That's kind of telling me that when you guys are experiencing tension and conflict with one another, even though the two of you might give off to one another this impression like you guys could honestly care less about one another and this dynamic between the two of you and what's going on between the two of you, I'm sorry, but you guys both come off to me as two people who clearly do care a lot about your relationship with one another as well as about one another. When there's tension and conflict between the two of you happening, it messes with your energy and it messes with their energy as well. So now that things are like looking good between you and this person, you know, this person finds themselves in a much better place mentally, spiritually, as well as, you know, emotionally speaking, is basically what I'm getting. I'm also getting that this person's really happy that this, you know, conversation between the two of you was, you know, able to essentially, you know, drastically change things between you and them, because this tension and conflict that you guys were essentially experiencing with one another was definitely taking a massive toll on them, just like it was taking a massive toll on you. All right, let's keep going. I'm also getting too, not entirely sure what this is about, but I'm also getting that this person is realizing that they have to, okay, one second, my light is acting up, one second. Okay, we're back, my apologies. Oh my God. Sorry, again, I was like, I don't even know what the heck is going on with my light. Anyways, I'm also getting that this person's realizing that they need to really work on, how they communicate with you. Maybe this person's not the best at communicating. You know, that's definitely a possibility, but I am definitely getting that this person, you know, is realizing that they need to get better at communicating with you. All right, what actions will Aquarius take towards this person and or moving forward? So we do have the Devil out here. We do have the Tower, and then we also have the Ten of Swords. Before I open my mouth and say absolutely anything, I'll leave this out there, but I do want to see what actions they plan on taking in your direction and are moving forward. What actions will this person take towards Aquarius or moving forward? All right. We have the 10 of Pentacles. We got the World. Come on. And then we also have the 9 of Cups out here. Okay. The bottom of the deck, we got the 9 of Pentacles to the Lovers out here. Okay. I'm going to start off with them first and I'll jump back over to you. So in regards to how this person plans on moving forward, this person is very determined to leave the past in the past. So whatever caused this moment here between the two of you, this big fight, this big argument, this lack of communication, this distance between the two of you, or whatever it is that you guys were having a very difficult time seeing eye to eye on, they're very determined to just leave it in the past. Let's just leave it in the past. Let's just forget about it, is basically the energy that I'm getting here from this person. Let's not talk about it anymore. Let's not revisit it anymore. Let's just leave the past in the past, and let's just focus on the present moment, and let's just be happy. And that's kind of like their whole MO and how they plan on essentially moving forward. But see, when we look at you, the feeling is essentially mutual. Like, you just want to focus on, building towards a healthy relationship with this person, just simply being happy, you know what I mean, with this person. But I feel like it's very challenging and very hard for you to do that, because there's like, I guess, like a pattern that has been going on within your relationship with this person. In other words, one minute everything's good / great between the two of you, the next minute shit's going south between you and them. And according to you and the energy that I'm seeing that you're harnessing, there's been like a pattern going on here. And I think that that's kind of what has you harnessing this energy of, well, it's only a matter of time before things go left. It's only a matter of time before, they do this or they do that, and, things of that nature, to the point where it is kind of hard for you to just stay in the present moment and not worry about but what if this happens a week from now? Or what if they do this a week from now? It has that type of feel to it, because you're so used to experiencing a, pattern, with this, individual that you find yourself connecting with, where one minute everything's good, everything's great. The next minute they're doing something to dry hump your last nerve. And then now everything's going south here. Between the two of you. Now I get why it would be, your worry and your concern, but with the world coming out here for this person twice, that's kind of telling me that this person is learning a valuable lesson through this entire experience that they recently had with you. So let's just say that, things went south between the two of you because, them not being the best, right, when it comes down to communication within this dynamic that the two of you share with one another. Well, that's something that I see this person realizing that they need to kind of essentially work on. So moving forward, that more than likely is not going to be an issue within this relationship anymore. So when a moment of adversity does show up, things are not going to like blow up and or escalate, because this person's going to do better at, communicating, with you, not allowing their emotions to get the best of them, or their anger to get the best of them, things of that nature. Like whatever it is that this person recently learned due to this big fight, argument, disagreement, whatever have you, it's something that this person's very determined to not allow to happen again, especially with the world coming out here twice. So I get your worries and your concerns here. But the fact that the world's coming out here, that's kind of telling me that they did learn a valuable lesson. And whatever this person did essentially learn, it's something that's going to drastically improve their relationship with you. But it's something that's going to essentially help them, as well grow and evolve as an individual. So let's just say that, prior to this person learning this valuable lesson, this person wasn't the best at freaking communicating. Let's just say that they would allow their anger to get the best of them, their emotions to get the best of them. Well, these are things that this person is essentially improving. So because these are things that they're essentially improving, not only is it going to improve the relationship that they share with you, but it is helping this person mature and grow, you know what I mean, as an individual. So like I said, dude, I get your worries and your concerns, but you don't necessarily have anything to basically worry about when it comes down to history repeating itself in this entire situation, because it kind of looks like you've been going through the same thing over and over and over again with this person. But because they learned the lesson that they needed to learn, this is ultimately going to become a thing of the past. I just think that you need to kind of allow time to essentially run its course here, so that way you can see for yourself the improvement within this person, the change within this person. It's going to take some time, you know what I mean, before you believe that this person's actually changing and actually putting in the work to do better. I think that time needs to kind of run its course here until you essentially believe like, okay, like this person's changing, they're working on this, they're not like that anymore, they're not like this anymore. I am definitely getting that. Time will essentially reveal to you that this person actually is changing, but I think that you just need to allow time to reveal that to you. In the meantime, you're going to have your moments where you're going to find yourself feeling like, okay, is today going to be the day, you know, that they're going to like, you know, dry hump my last nerve? Is today going to be the day where they're going to disappoint me or let me down, and, you know, things of that nature. But time will reveal to you that this person is definitely changing, and because they're definitely changing, the relationship in itself will definitely change, and will definitely change for the better. All right, so that's what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped, hopefully it resonated, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.